guys, welcome back to yet another exciting video. So today, allow me to say welcome to Wejira Weshara Weje. So guys, today I'm in the vibrant streets of Masvingo called Zimre Park, and this is where the rich people live in Masvingo. How beautiful is that? So what we want to do today is just to do a drive through and see how the community is like, the air that those people breathe, and of course the mansions that we are going to see around the place. So this is all that we want to see, so that we can conclude and say this is true, that this is where the rich live in Masvingo. Back then the rich used to live in Rodin. I think the main reason why Rodin is no longer a community where the rich now live is because the infrastructure there, it's now an old community. The houses, they are now a bit old. Of course there are other people who are now doing renovations here and there, but when it comes to nature, guys, Rodin still takes the prize. And the yards, of course, they are so big. In Rodin they are so big. But anyway, before I waste much of your time, it's best we do the drive through so that we can see it for ourselves. If we are going to say sure, Zimre Park is where the rich now live in Masvingo, but I need an answer. So disclaimer, guys, this community is still being built, it's still under development, people are still building, and the houses, some of the houses, they are not complete, but I'm sure you can just tell that people are doing big, people are building very beautiful houses there. And it's not only Zimre Park where people are developing, there are other places like Klipsham. People are still building beautiful houses, especially when you're coming from Bridge and you're getting into the town. You can see beautiful infrastructure there, which is a good thing. And now I officially welcome you guys to Zimre Park, Masvingo, Zimbabwe. And for the benefit of those who don't know where Zimre Park is located, it's located in the northwest of Masvingo CBD, along Harare Masvingo Highway, and it's just across Rodin suburb. And just like what I mentioned in my introduction, that Zimre Park is still under development. Just look at the beautiful mansions that we are seeing here. Some people are still building their beautiful houses. And some houses, they are still at foundation level. Just look at that. And one good thing about this place is that there are people who are already staying at their beautiful houses, mansions, guys. This is beautiful. And one thing that I've also noticed is that there are still stands that are vacant in this area. Maybe you are interested in building in Masvingo, you can check Zimre Park out, and maybe you can come up with something that is so beautiful. And one good thing that I also loved about Zimre Park is that there are clinics in the area. People are really doing big, guys. Trust me. And I believe This video is going to change people's narrative about Masvingo CBD. Every time people hear of Masvingo, the only thing that comes to their mind is rural huts. Because I've seen it in the streets, Facebook, YouTube, and all other social media platforms. People are saying Masvingo yakasara, but you can't say yakasara when you're seeing something as beautiful as this. And as I'm driving through the area, I can see that the area is so peaceful. One thing that the residents should definitely do is to plant trees in this area. Just look at this black and gray house. It's so beautiful, and I believe black on a house, it's very unique. Wow. This house is so big, it's so spacious. Like I said, some are still being built. Wow. All the streets in Zimre Park, they are beautifully marked. Wow. So guys, after doing this tour, one thing that I can tell you for sure is that Zimre Park is beautiful. And I can tell you that when this community is complete, 100% complete, it will be untouchable. Trust me on that one. The area is so beautiful, the houses, they are so big, the yards, they are so big. And one thing that I also loved is that the developer there did justice. And I think the other thing that they are going to do is to plant trees. There is really work that needs to be done there when it comes to trees. I believe they are going to do justice in planting trees. And because I've noticed that trees, they just make communities look so beautiful, because nature is awesome, guys. Trust me, nature is awesome. I think you have noticed when I did that video in Helensville, it's so difficult for you to see a house in Helensville. Why? Because of trees, because of nature, which is beautiful. You know that when I was doing the drive-through, you didn't see any schools close by, or you didn't see any shops close by. Remember, this is a small town that we are talking about, and the town is so close to all the communities, to all the suburbs that are in Masvingo. So from Zimre Park, I think it's less than 5 kilometers to get into town, to get to OK supermarket, to get to Pick and Pay supermarket. I think I just mentioned about the town being closed. The schools that are also closed. There's a school that is close by to Zimre Park called Junior School. Of course, it's in the Rodin side along Harare Masvingo Highway, but it's very close to Zimre Park. So I think it's also a good thing that there is a school close by, though I'm not sure. I think maybe the schools are still under construction, or the shops, they are still under construction, because I believe if we have community like that, we definitely need schools which are close by to that community. And of course we have other schools like Victoria High School that is close to Rodin, and it's also close to Zimre Park, which is still a good thing. Personally, I want to applaud those who are building in small towns. Why? Because they are promoting urban development in other towns, which is good. And I've also noticed that people, they no longer want to build in Harare. The reason is land in small towns is very, very affordable as compared to buying land in Harare. So you can just get your land in a smaller town like Masvingo, or maybe even Kwekwe, Chegutu, Kadoma, and build your very beautiful house, because land there is very, very, very affordable. Though I'm not saying everyone should go and build in smaller towns, it's just my opinion based on what I've seen over the past years. Yes, in Harare people are still building, and the reason is this is where most of people work. This is closer to their workplaces, closer to their businesses, so they prefer to build in Harare so as to cut on expenses such as preparing for accommodation, because accommodation in Harare is a bit expensive, so as buying land. And my special thanks to those who are building beautiful houses in Masvingo. You're changing the story, you're changing the narrative. Remember, I know that when people think of Masvingo, the only thing that comes to their minds is rural. Masvingo rural. Of course, we have got suburbs, we've got Morningside, we've got Rodin, we've got Zimre Park that is coming out so nice. So I think from today onwards, you're not going to say Masvingo Vakasara, because I've shown you that people are doing very, very big things. And maybe for the benefit of those who want to buy a stand in Zimre Park, the stands there, they range from around 20,000 up to 50,000 US dollars, depending with the size of the stand that you want. And I think as compared to stands that you can get in Harare, I don't think in Harare you can find any land that you can build your mansion just like the ones that I've been showing you in Zimre Park at that amount. It's not possible. I think if you are to get a land in a community that is exactly like Zimre Park, you can find it close to around 100,000 US dollars in Harare. So it's actually a plus if you decide to buy in Masvingo. So guys, this is all that we had for today, a drive through Zimre Park to see the beautiful houses, the mansions, the air that the rich breathe, the infrastructure that is found in there. And I'm sure you are all satisfied, and you are going to make a decision to come and build here in Masvingo. So guys, up until next time, cheers.